A Russian soldier lay hidden in tall grass, startled when an FPV drone dropped a grenade nearby. Shaken, but determined, he reached for his own grenade to strike back. In that tense moment, a slip of his grip brought the danger to his own feet, sealing the outcome before he could react. This shows how stress and poor handling under drone pressure can turn weapons into liabilities on the battlefield. Further down the Sumy axis, another encounter unfolded. A lone soldier knelt in the open still, silent, no weapon drawn, no motion made. But stillness didn't matter. A drone above had already acquired the target. One swift descent, one strike. The silence was shattered. Nearby, the same aerial control continued. Two Russian soldiers dragged a wounded comrade across open ground, but a Ukrainian drone was already tracking their path. One calculated drop ended the effort. Movement alone was enough to seal their fate. In this war, visibility means vulnerability. Meanwhile, in the Lyman sector, a Russian soldier wearing an anti-drone cloak slept inside a trench, convinced he was safe, until a fiber-optic FPV drone from Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade struck. Soon after, more cloaked soldiers were detected and neutralized one by one, proving that camouflage cannot hide under constant surveillance. Drones redefine camouflage and force militaries to rethink survival tactics on a battlefield ruled by precision technology. North of Vovchansk, layered drone tactics came into focus. An isolated Russian soldier fired desperately into the air, trying to deter a circling FPV drone. But the drone didn't retreat. It descended deliberately, forcing panic. The man collapsed into the grass. The forest near Lyman revealed another scene. A Russian soldier crouched behind a tree, believing he was hidden. When the drone closed in, fear drove him into a stumble and collapse. Soon after, more of his comrades were located by the 414th UAS Brigade, Magyar's Birds, and systematically neutralized. Each attempt at concealment failed, showing how drones erase the illusion of safety on modern battlefields. The fight extended west into the Pokrovsk direction. A Russian soldier stepped out of a shelter, unaware his movement had already revealed the position. When he returned, operators of the 414th UAS Brigade, Magyar's Birds, sent a fiber-optic FPV drone to destroy the site. Soon after, hidden equipment and camouflaged assets nearby were also exposed and systematically neutralized. Concealment offered no protection under constant aerial surveillance. Meanwhile, east of Lyman, another case of exposure played out. A soldier emerged from an underground bunker, taking a break by the entrance. He sat casually, unaware of what hovered above. Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade had already marked the area. Their drone scanned slowly, then moved in. The soldier never looked up. One hit. The pause turned permanent. Even small breaks can draw big consequences. Just south of Siversk, another sequence took shape. A fleeing Russian soldier broke from the forest into an open meadow. The first drone approached fast, landing without detonation. Believing he'd escaped, the man slowed, breathed. A second drone arrived moments later and struck without hesitation. Second-wave drone tactics like this flush targets and track patterns without alerting them too soon. Across the front, in the dense forests near Pokrovsk, another silent pursuit began. Movement between trees caught the attention of Ukraine's worm busters from the 414th Air Assault Brigade Magyar's Birds. Two Russian soldiers were spotted. A drone advanced, they fired back, missing with a full magazine, then fled in opposite directions. One dropped into tall grass trembling. Still, the drone followed. One hit. Seconds later, a second drone hunted the second man. Hidden inside a thick patch of brush, the strike was clean. The silence returned. No artillery could reach that deep, that fast. Then, on September 26th, in the Pokrovsk direction, Another encounter unfolded. A Russian soldier crouched beneath thick overgrowth. He didn't know a drone had already seen him. A single grenade dropped. Startled. Just north of Vovchansk. Another sighting emerged. Thermal imaging on a fiber-optic FPV drone revealed movement on a forest path. 2 soldiers on a motorcycle. The drone accelerated, locked on, and intercepted them head-on. The vehicle and both soldiers were neutralized. No noise followed, just silence. In areas where GPS fails, fiber-optic systems provide unmatched precision and control. Finally, along the Pokrovsk axis, the cycle repeated. Another pair of Russian soldiers rode motorcycles down a narrow dirt road. A Ukrainian FPV drone crept closer. One soldier panicked, slammed the brake, and lost control. The drone descended immediately. One strike, moments later. The remaining motorcycles were hit one by one. Panic, exposure, then nothing. In modern warfare, drones don't just strike, they shape decisions. Every movement is recorded, and hesitation becomes a fatal delay. In the Kupyansk direction, a Russian troop carrier stood abandoned in the woods. From above, a fiber-optic FPV drone of Ukraine's 14th Mechanized Brigade approached slowly, locked in, and destroyed the vehicle. Moments later, a nearby truck carrying soldiers was detected and struck in sequence. Precision left no escape. Fiber-optic drones reveal how advanced control systems reshape ground tactics and force militaries to rethink traditional vehicle deployments. Further along the line, the forests near Pokrovsk became another hunting ground. Thermal scans picked up a lone Russian soldier hiding close to the tree line. Within moments, an FPV drone from Ukraine's Signum battalion locked on and neutralized the target. Nearby, soldiers on a vehicle spotted the drone and scattered, but none escaped. A Russian soldier retreated across an open field, moving cautiously through the tall grass. From above, operators of Ukraine's 38th Marine Brigade released an FPV drone. It descended quietly, drifting closer with calculated precision, until the soldier was struck and neutralized in seconds. His attempt to escape across the open ground only highlighted the vulnerability of movement under constant drone surveillance. As the retreat deepened, Russian troops scattered through the ruins in panic. One soldier rushed into a nearby shelter, only for operators of Ukraine's 25th Airborne Brigade to send an FPV drone directly inside, collapsing the position. Nearby, more soldiers attempted to hide in a crumbling building. Seconds later, a second drone slipped through the shadows, striking with the same precision and leaving the entire group exposed. Drone warfare demonstrates that no structure, shelter, or ruin can withstand persistent surveillance and precision-guided systems. In the Sumy region, a Russian military truck rolled slowly down a dirt road, but from above, a fiber-optic drone had already locked on when soldiers spotted it. They scattered, abandoning the vehicle and running for cover. It didn't help. Minutes later, concealed vehicles hidden deep within the forest were also detected. The drone didn't just observe it, acted with precision. Inside Pokrovsk itself, drone operators detected unusual movement inside a damaged building. Surveillance confirmed the site was occupied by Russian forces. Ukraine's 155th Separate Mechanized Brigade deployed a Leopard 2A4. The tank advanced steadily, positioning for clear lines of fire. After a series of precise rounds, the structure collapsed, leaving no chance for those inside to regroup or return fire. This battle shows how drones and armored units combine to identify threats and deliver decisive coordinated strikes. And through all these clashes, the deeper truth remains: war leaves behind more than destroyed buildings. It leaves scars on people, families, and entire nations. Every clash takes away futures that could have been lived in peace. True strength is not found in endless battles, but in creating a world where communities grow without fear and life can move forward without ruins. Peace is the only victory worth striving for. If this message resonates with you, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to support more voices for peace.